Hello and welcome to Saturday Night Football. Dennis Cometti here. All in all, a good turnout for this particular match. For this match, I'm joined by a titan of the Richmond Football Club, Matthew Richardson.
Yes, thanks, Dan. An absolute pleasure to be here tonight for the big game.
We're a great, great club, a club that no one loves because we don't exist.
The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banner looks great and everything is spelled correctly. Mind you, I'm the last man alive.
Despite a lack of coaching staff, player list, facilities,
They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it.
we're courageous, stronger, faster, and respected by our foes. Admiration of the nation.
We have the toss of the coin. The Crows winning the toss. These lineups look very strong and both teams look fired up and set to go. The players are all eagerly awaiting the siren. The players contest the first bounce.
Turning the ball over in the middle of the ground opens up your defence, so both teams will be looking to move the ball forward cleanly and look for some easy options early.
Sends the Sharon on its way. Marks. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. 35 metres out. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't slot this one through. Mills going for number one. Chalk up a goal for the visiting team. Mills kicks our first goal of the game. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. More bounce than a dodgy check. Jacobs nicely outclassing Pierce. O'Shea goes to midfield. He gets a kick out of the pack. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Goes for her 50. Smith with the mark. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. 25 metres out. Smith aiming for the goals. Smith executes the goal well. Gets his first. That's two in a row for the visiting team. Pressure really being applied now at this early stage to the Crows.
Smith is just a real slippery customer if you give him any space.
Nice bounce. Pierce without a touch. The clearance by Jacobs. Led with the football. Thornton taken high and he'll get the free kick. Thornton feeds it wide. Has she? Yes, she's paid it. Lining up the goal now. She'll need her Saturday or Sunday best from here. She's kicking on about a 30-degree angle, which could prove challenging. 35 metres out. Smith likes his chances for goal. Goal to the visiting team. Smith gets number two. Pressure already being applied to Adelaide. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The ball bouncing well. Jacobs thumps it forward. Takes possession. O'Shea did not ease up. Crouched, bumped off the ball. He gathers the loose ball. Gibbs marks. 45 metres out. Gibbs slams one on the boot for goal. He'll be happy with that. The Crows with their first goal. Both Ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Here's the bounce. Jacobs with first hands to the ball. Both hands right in the middle of the back. A clear free. Choose to kick it. Nice contested mark by Crouch.
When you look at the set shots at goal, there just aren't enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to mark. The Adelaide forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50. They just need to be given a shot. He's got a hold of that one. He marks the ball.
Laird slams it on the boot. Marked by Pierce. He lays it on the boot for a giant kick. Hartigan claims the ball.
He kicks the ball. Strong mark there.
Commotion. Sends the ball on its way. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark. That was the peg.
He kicks the ball. He claims the ball.
Kicks hurriedly. Marks.
Look, Adelaide haven't been able to set up many shots at goal, but I'm not sure that's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. He kicks the ball. He claims the ball.
Mills setting his sights on the goals. 45 metres out. Get back in from this position. She's clearly been shopping at Clangers or Russ. The visiting team can take a breath now. They're 3 goals up. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Tapped by Pearce. Exclamation point. How about that? Thornton kicks it out of the congestion. Couldn't complete the mark. Mills has no one to contest the ball. Smith with the shot. He kicks it gun barrel straight. Smith with that kick has increased the lead.
Smith is just a real slippery customer if you give him any space.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. O'Brien taps it. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. I guess it was worth a go. Laird with the handball out of the pack. Low kick. Beds alone for the uncontested mark.
Adelaide just aren't running for each other and creating any space to work into. And as a result, they haven't been able to earn many shots inside 50. Crouch kicks it. He grabs it. He gets boot to the ball. Crouch marks the ball.
Kicks. Well, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Betts going for number 1. All eyes are watching. The long goal by Betts. The Crows are really under the gun here. All is in readiness. Bounce goes the ball. The first turn is over, and the visiting team lead by 18.
Have to perform at a consistently higher level than others. That's the mark of a true professional. So they need to string together 4 quarters now.
That was a high-scoring quarter. The siren sounds for the second quarter.
Second quarter action underway.
Guided by Pearce. He's got the football now. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop pass. Rooted by Gibson. Has clearly been shopping at Clangers or Russ. Smith kicks it from the pack. Ryan grabs that one.
Ryan is incredibly competitive, and you can count on the fact that if he makes a mistake, apart from being dirty on himself, you won't see another one for a long, long time. Ardigan gathers the ball. Gibson onto the ball. Laird with real good use of the body.
Bumps the pigskin. Nice mark there. Kicks it across the ground. The contest, no match for him. Rooted by Jacobs. Nice contested mark by Nelson.
He boots it. That's a mark.
Hastily kicked. Smith marks.
Adelaide haven't taken many marks inside their 50. They need to be more aggressive and create some room, or they'll find themselves far too behind on the scoreboard. Nelson puts his boot on it. Slips through his fingers. He hits it. Jacobs there to mop up. Puts boot to ball. Crouch spills it.
The ball has been thrown in. Jacobs with the punch. Jenkins with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. Guided down nicely by Jenkins. Takes the mark all by himself. Puts boot to ball. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. Well, you've kicked a few in your time. Do you give him much of a chance from here, Richard?
This angle will test him, I reckon, Dennis.
He scoops the ball off the ground. Talia with the tap. Shoots off the handball. Kelly with a kick out of the pack. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Smith sends the ball on its way.
Look, Adelaide haven't been able to set up many shots at goal, but I'm not sure that's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way. Gets it off the ground. He boots it.
Hardigan takes advantage. Choose to kick it. Takes it well. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop pass. Rooted by Jacobs. He picks up the loose ball. He has space for an easy mark. Going for goal number 1. Adelaide had one to their tally. They're still in this. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The ball has been bounced. Definitely palmed to advantage. Big man does nicely. Jacobs intercepts the bouncing ball. Smith feeds it wide. A mark by O'Brien. Hastily kicked. Nelson ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly.
Nelson, it's got a decent leap on him, but there's still some room for improvement. Sending it on its way. It's a mark. He gets boot to the ball. A nice contested mark.
Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. Kelly picks up the loose ball. The ball came out of the pack like a wet salmon. O'Shea looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Goes up the line. Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. You've seen a half now, Richo. Your thoughts?
The important thing is to keep your noses in front, but I get the feeling maybe fighting to stay there in the second half.
Second half is underway.
They've come out from the long break and hopefully they have agreed upon the price they must pay for success. Doing this enables teams to ignore the minor hurts, the opposition pressure and the temporary failures.
Steady hands there as he holds that one. Opportunity now for Mills. 45 metres out. The kick from almost straight in front of the goals. The ball is slammed towards goal by Mills. Richo, what can we say about that attempt?
That's one of the worst kicks I've ever seen, and I've seen plenty.
He'll be disappointed with that effort.
It's time to roll the dice out there and see how the game might open up. Yes, Adelaide might get hurt on the rebound, but I think more scoring opportunities will present themselves. He boots it. That's a mark. Mills getting into position for the kick.
Mills with the shot. Mills scores with a beautiful kick. This kick has extended their lead. The visiting team with the ascendancy over the Crows, leading the match 37-18. The Ruck prepare to go at it for this bounce. A dead straight bounce. Jacobs gets onto the ball. Knight with the football. His sidestep was marvellous, like a shaft of lightning. McGovern got under it. 35 metres out. The 45-degree shot is not too hard. He just has to keep his cool. Danger signs for Adelaide. It's not the score he was looking for. O'Shea, delusions of grandeur. Very quiet by his standards. Like the song says, don't you just need someone to shove? Thornton with a gigantic kick. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Slams it on the boot. Nice work from Seedsman.
The Crows just can't find a free man inside 50 and it's really having an impact on the scoreboard. He gets boot to the ball. Mills gets caught with the ball. Gibson slams the ball to his boot. Laird claims the ball.
Jams it on the boot. And the mark will be paid. All of a sudden the ball has become a hot potato. Quickly disposed of by Jenkins. Picture perfect drop punt. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Takes possession. Gibbs going for number 2. Pinpoint accuracy from Gibbs. Adelaide needs 3 goals to get back in this. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The ball bouncing well.
Pearce told me recently that he really loves playing for this club and you can really see it in his attitude on the field. I think he's going to play for this club for a long, long time. He gets it under pressure, puts boot to ball. The mark will be paid. Kelly kicks the ball. North with a strong mark.
Bumps the pigskin. Simply outplayed the opposition there. Going for goal number 3. Gibson gets a nice bump from Mills. Is in his possession. Mills takes aim for goals. He's rammed that one into the woodwork. The visiting team by 13. Disappointing kick there. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. There's the peg.
Atkins is creative with his game. He always makes an appearance on the highlight reel, concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. He kicks the ball. That's a mark. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up.
He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. The visiting team had one to their tally. That's his third. He's doing his job out there. Moves. Puts them further in front. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. O'Shea on the ball at the moment. Smith laps up the misplaced footy. It's his. Marked by Jenkins. Boots it. Jacobs having no trouble taking that one.
The Crows haven't taken many marks inside their 50. They need to be more aggressive and create some room, or they'll find themselves far too behind on the scoreboard. Malikan gains the loose ball. Joker with the ball.
Joker feeds it wide. The contest, no match for him. A lovely drop punt. Nice mark there. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 45 metres out. She was celebrating the moment it left her boot. She'll be happy with goal number 2. This kick stretches the lead. The Ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Jacobs guides it. That was an interesting turn right there. Your thoughts, Richo?
Outplayed, outgunned. Adelaide need to take stock and show some real vigour here in the last. They have the talent and the legs, but do they have the belief?
The scores were very high in that third term. There's the siren for the final quarter, and play is underway.
You're never a loser until you quit trying.
The ball is on the ground, and it's picked up by Smith. Smith aims for his man on the ground. Joker boots it. Hartigan takes advantage. Laird feeds it wide. Takes it well. Crouch gets a less than pretty drop punt away. Chips it down towards half forward. Marked by Melican. Jams it on the boot. Nice mark under pressure. It's a shocking kick. Great mark under pressure. Kicked by Talia. The mark is taken by Smith.
The Crows just can't find a free man inside 50, and it's really having an impact on the scoreboard. He's got the footy now. Crouch slams the ball to his boot. Jacobs really forced to earn that mark. He kicks the ball. He takes a strong mark.
Laird boots it. Jenkins marks. Lining up the goal now. Goes towards half forward. Takes his time as he lines up the goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. O'Brien holds his breath like David Blaine as he watches this one. Adelaide with a score here. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Good tap from Pierce. The ball in the hands of Hartigan. Takes possession. Able to grab it on the half volley. Finding the running player. Laird feeds it wide. Marks. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. O'Brien kicks for goal. It's going. The long goal by O'Brien. That's 2 in a row for Adelaide. They've lifted their intensity. Umpire bounces the ball. Pierce is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Jacobs. Smith sticks out his hands and collects the ball. Having a big day going for goal number 4. The visiting team by 19.
They're just playing kick to kick out there, and it barely had to come a loose ball in the forward line.
There's the bounce. Pierce with the tap. He's got the football now. Down goes commotion. Here's a mighty kick at the footy. Hartigan has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. Boots it. Nice work from Atkins.
Atkins just has endless possibilities. I'm really excited to watch this kid grow. Puts boot to ball. Good mark. He sends it to an empty space. Pierce gets the intercept. He boots it.
There's players everywhere, but somehow he manages to send out the handball. And the mark will be paid. Laird read the play better than anyone else and takes possession. Knight gathers it. Knight decisively. His foot finds the ball and brings it out of the path. A great effort. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop pass. Marks.
Adelaide just can't find a free man inside 50, and it's really having an impact on the scoreboard. North slams the ball to his boot. That's a nice, strong mark. Gibson looking for distance. Laird gets the upper hand. He boots it. O'Brien really forced to earn that mark.
Jams it on the boot. Ryan wins the marking contest. Puts boot to ball. Great mark. Puts boot to ball. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. I think it was intended for Hartigan. Hartigan feeds it wide. Ellis Yeoman claims the ball. Hastily kicked. Crouch alone for the uncontested mark. Works it across the ground. Nice hands. Gets boot to high. Wins the hard ball. Be decisive. No, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. The goal for Adelaide. The second goal for Betts. They say hard work never killed anybody, but clearly the Crows are not willing to take that chance. Richo, did you enjoy the matchup between the visiting team and the Crows?
I'm a great believer in luck, and I found the harder I worked, the luckier I got.
We are still the greatest team. Now for no reason here is a guitar solo.
The visiting team come away victorious with 56-43. Thanks for joining us, Richard, but that's all we have time for.
Well, thanks for having me. That's all we have time for. We'll see you next time.